Have you ever heard of the cursed bridegroom of Morocco? Let me know if you want to hear more spooky stories like this one. In Morocco, wandering down the labyrinthine alleys can feel like stepping back in time. As the sun sets, the chaotic energy of the day fades, leaving behind an enchanting silence broken only by the whispers of the wind and the rhythmic calls to prayer from nearby mosques. However, beneath the captivating charm of these ancient streets lies a haunting legend that sends shivers down the spines of those who dare to listen. For it is said that when the moon climbs high in the night sky and the shadows grow long, the restless spirit of the cursed bridegroom emerges, forever seeking his bride. Tonight, we are going to explore the eerie tales that have made the bridegroom of Marrakech a notorious figure in local lore. Our story begins in the early 20th century in the heart of the bustling city. Imagine the scene. The year is 1912 and Marrakech is a city teeming with life. Exotic scents from the bustling souk mingle with the sound of lively street vendors and the haunting melodies of traditional musicians. Amidst this vibrant tapestry of sights and sounds, there lived a man named Idris, a man who was destined to become infamous as the cursed groom. Idris was not merely an ordinary man. He was the son of a wealthy landowner, a man of status and affluence, who had everything one could desire. His world revolved around the finer things in life, from exquisite cuisine to the finest fabrics that adorned his garments. He was known for his lavish parties, which transformed his grand estate into a sea of joyous revelers. Among the elite few who had the privilege of entering his social circle, Iris was regarded as the epitome of charisma and charm. His smile was set to light up any room he entered, and his wit was as sharp as his expensive suits. Yet beneath this polished exterior lay a heart of stone, a soul untouched by empathy and compassion. One fateful day, Iris met a woman who was unlike anyone he had encountered before. Her name was Layla, and she possessed a beauty that was both captivating and enigmatic. Layla, however, came from a different world, a world far removed from the luxurious existence Iris had always known. Her family were humble folk who lived on the outskirts of the city, far from the shimmering lights of wealth and fame. Despite their humble beginnings, Layla carried herself with an ethereal grace that drew Iris in like a moth to a flame. He found himself inexplicably drawn to her, captivated by her kindness and gentle spirit. Unlike Iris, Layla's heart was a well of warmth and compassion, overflowing with love and understanding. She saw beyond the facade of wealth and status and recognized the emptiness that resided within Iris's soul. As their unlikely romance blossomed, a whirlwind of emotions swept through Iris. He experienced a side of himself he had never known existed, a yearning for a love that transcended the superficial pleasures he had so casually pursued in the past. Yet as their love deepened, a shadow loomed over their happiness, a chilling premonition of the tragedy that awaited them. Deep within the labyrinthine alleys of the city there existed an age-old tale, a legend whispered only in hushed tones, spoken only by those who dared not let the words linger on their lips for fear of attracting unwanted attention. This was the story of a powerful sorceress who had made the ancient Marrakech a home. Rumor had it that she possessed arcane knowledge and powers that defied comprehension. Some said she could control the very forces of nature, while others whispered that she held the key to unlocking the secrets of life and death itself. Iris, ever the skeptic, dismissed these tales as superstitious nonsense, the product of a society that found solace in fantasy. How could he, a man of logic and reason, entertain such archaic beliefs? Then fate intervened, twisting the path of their love story into a horrifying nightmare. One day, Iris, driven by his insatiable desire for Layla's hand in marriage, decided to visit her family's modest abode. He approached their home with a heart full of hope, ready to ask for her hand in marriage and declare his undying love. But what he found would shatter his dreams and plunge him into eternal damnation. Upon reaching Liel's family home, Iris was met not by the smiling faces of her family, but by an eerie silence that seemed to emanate from the very walls. The sight that greeted him at the threshold was one of utter devastation. The house was in ruins, reduced to a crumbling testament of a life that had abruptly ended. The windows were shattered, the walls were marred with sinister graffiti, and the atmosphere itself reeked of despair and tragedy. But the most haunting discovery was yet to come. Scrawled on the floor in what seemed to be Lyle's handwriting was a chilling message, a warning that chilled Iris to the bone. It read simply, "He who seeks my love shall find only sorrow." And just below those ominous words lay a collection of bones, picked clean and disturbingly human. Terror gripped Iris's heart as he realized the gravity of the situation. Lyle was gone and her family, they had vanished without a trace. Who could have done such a thing? What dark force had descended upon this family, extinguishing their lives and leaving behind nothing but despair? Overwhelmed with a primal fear, Iris fled the scene, the haunting image of those bones seared into his memory. He stumbled through the bustling city, desperately seeking refuge in the familiar surroundings of his grand estate. But no matter where he went, the specter of Lyle's family loomed over him. Sleep offered no escape as nightmares tormented him, whispering tales of an evil that lurked in the shadows. Days turned into weeks, yet Iris found no solace. The vibrant colors of his world had faded, replaced by a monochrome landscape of grief and despair. The haunting melody of Lyle's absence echoed in his ears, a constant reminder of the love he had so carelessly thrown away. And so it was that Iris, the once charismatic and vivacious young man, became a shell of his former self, consumed by guilt and haunted by the specter of his lost love. Little did he know that his journey had just begun, a descent into a terrifying ordeal that would bind his fate to the very essence of the cursed bridegroom. With each passing day, Iris grew increasingly agitated, his mind tormented by guilt and fear. Unable to bear the suffocating grip of his opulent mansion, he decided to flee, hoping that distance could somehow heal the wounds that festered within his soul. He traveled far and wide, seeking solace in foreign lands, but the echoes of Lyle's haunting presence followed him relentlessly. Years rolled by, and Iris, now a broken and tormented man, found himself inexplicably drawn back to Marrakech. The city that had once been his sanctuary had transformed into a labyrinth of torment, a living embodiment of his guilt. Upon his return, he learned of a terrible fate that had befallen many who had strayed too close to the secrets of the sorceress. These individuals had simply vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and shattered lives. And as if to taunt him, rumors spread like wildfire, claiming that the souls of the missing were forever trapped within the sorceress's grasp, condemned to an eternity of suffering and despair. Determined to uncover the truth and perhaps find a way to atone for his sins, Iris ventured into the very heart of the city, where the ancient walls whispered tales of forgotten magic and unspeakable horrors. There, amidst the bustling crowds and the labyrinthine alleys, he embarked on a perilous quest to unravel the enigma of the cursed bridegroom. Now, here's the question for you. Would you dare venture into the heart of Marrakech, where the line between reality and myth blurs, and the legend of the cursed bridegroom lingers in the shadows? Are you brave enough to face the haunting melodies and the unsettling drums that echo through the night? Or will you heed the warnings and steer clear of the city's bewitching embrace? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're still with us, why not show some support and hit that like button to join our fearless explorers on their journey?